Hey everyone, it's Vision, and today we're taking a look at my 6 keyboards. Now, for 4 of these keyboards, they're all different, and that's what I actually enjoy about them. They all give a different typing experience, and I had to do different things to get them to where they're at now. I'll go ahead and talk about them as we take a look at them, but let's hop right into it. Let's start with my cheapest keyboard. I got this from Amazon for $10, the Tenwell 68 keyboard. This board originally came with blue switches with a non-hot PCB, so it made modding a bit harder. I upgraded this board by desoldering and soldering on some Gatoron Milky Yellow switches, and I also did a silicone sound pour mod. Later on, I added the Drop Infinity War keycap set, but I think this made the board worse. The MT3 profile for me is too sharp at the top, and the grooves feel weird. This isn't really for me. The switches are a major improvement, though, over the stock blue switches, and I think they're overall good switches. I feel like they're okay at typing and okay at gaming, so if you're going to build your first keyboard and you're unsure, go ahead, go for the Milky Yellows. You won't regret them. My next keyboard is going to actually be the second keyboard I got. It's going to be the Higround Snowstone 65%, and I got this originally on the drop. This board originally came with Kale red box switches, were pretty nice, good linear, good gaming switches, and I really enjoyed them. And I say I did enjoy them just because I also went to High Ground's Titan Heart switches, a switch that they developed in-house, or it's a mix of other switches, but I feel like it's a better upgrade than the Kale switches. They're a bit heavier, but way smoother, like buttery smooth. And I didn't even have to lube them out of the box. This keyboard is my go-to as I use it every single day from gaming and even daily use. And for people even getting into keyboards, even if you cop one of their keyboards now, they do come with a hot swap PCB, so you can swap out switches however you want. I really recommend this board, and honestly, this company has been pretty good lately. For my third keyboard, it's my most recent build. This is a 96% RK100, and I use it for work. This gives me almost the full functionality of a keyboard with the full layout. This keyboard does require some getting used to, as for example, using the arrow keys to navigate documents, your hand doesn't easily find the arrow keys as a normal 100% layout. I do really enjoy the full function keys and numerical pad, because once you actually use a numerical pad, it's really hard to switch. This came with RK brown switches, and they were horrible, unredeemable. The clack and metal case made it sound really bad. I didn't even use it until I modded it with Akko Jelly Blue tactile switches, and I also performed the same silicone pour as a $10 keyboard, and it made it sound 100% better. I really like these switches, and I actually recommend it if you're using it for work or just typing. The next keyboard, it's the cutest. You got Bongo Cat vibe in and the rainbow RGB. This keyboard has such a great design. And it's a really cool piece. This is the Echomaker Mini Cat 64 with drop, Elias, 60 grams, silent, and tactile switches. Paired with the Cheese Cat keycap set by Echomaker. I am 100% confident that this is one of the quietest keyboards that you can build. It's made of stacked acrylic that make up all the layers and kind of give it that 3D design around the edge. These switches are nice if you want a quiet board, but eh, it's a decent switch for normal day-to-day use, but it's still a cat board, so 10 out of 10. My fifth keyboard is Higround Summit 65, Higround's most premium board. Now, this case alone is a solid piece of CNC aluminum. It has gasket mounted and comes with graphic switches. Now, what that means is they printed a topographic design on the switch itself. The switches are their own geo that come pre-lubed, and it comes great pre-lubed out of the box. Highground does have two switches, Geo and Titan Hearts, and I think they're perfectly lubed out of the back compared to other companies that factory lube. This board is great. I really have no complaints other than the lettering is hard to read, but this really isn't a typing board. It's great for gaming. And now for the last keyboard, my first custom keyboard. This is the GMMK Pro, which drops Holy Panda switches and Hippotech's Hippo keycap set. I originally thought I'll go straight to the end game, and I did. I got the case and switches everyone was talking about, and of course I had to support the guy who got me addicted to keyboards. This is still my favorite keyboard and perfect for typing. I love the heavy switches and tactile bump. However, this isn't meant for gaming. This was my original first work keyboard, but it kind of turned into just a daily keyboard whenever I'm just kind of navigating things, typing out some documents. And whenever I will play games, I'll switch over to the high ground. Thanks for watching, everybody. What do you guys think? What keyboard's your favorite? Would you spend about $500 on a keyboard or $100? Or would you still rather buy like a $10 keyboard and do a $40, $50 upgrade to it? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys. Have a good one.